Hello, I'm Alan, and welcome to today's edition of Alan's Biking Adventures. Well, I've got 1 week left to go before the 5-borough bike tour, and just over a month to go before the Gran Fondo Hincapie Lehigh Valley out in Pennsylvania. I'm looking forward to both, and they should both make for great videos. Since I'm getting close to the Gran Fondo, I'm starting to extend my distances on my weekly long rides, and today the training plan calls for a 53-mile ride. So that's what we're going to do. If you enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and if you have any ideas, comments, or questions for future editions of Alan's Biking Adventures, just leave them in the comments below. Well, without further ado, let's ride. For those of you who like statistics, the weather for today's ride, the temperature was 59 degrees Fahrenheit when I left. Probably climbed into the low 60s. When I started, the wind was out of the east at 8 miles per hour, with a forecast for it to increase to 12 miles per hour out of the east. The total length of today's ride was 53.1 miles. I had a total elevation gain of 2,654 feet. There were 4 major climbs. The first one was 0.67 miles in length with an elevation gain of 207 feet and an average gradient of 5%. The second one had a length of 0.91 miles with an elevation gain of 207 feet and an average gradient of 4%. The third one had a length of 0.67 miles with an elevation gain of 128 feet and an average gradient of 3%. And the last one was 0.73 miles in length with an elevation gain of 213 feet and an average gradient of 5%. My average moving speed on this ride was 17.3 miles per hour, which is well within what I was looking for. I was looking to average between 15 and 17 miles per hour, so I'm very happy with that. I actually was faster than I planned to be. And my maximum speed was 36.5 miles per hour. My average heart rate on today's ride was 133 beats per minute, and my maximum heart rate was 157 beats per minute. I burned 1,245 calories and had an average power output of 145 watts. Today's ride was entirely in New Jersey. I started in Garwood, New Jersey, went through Westfield, Scotch Plains, Fanwood, Watchung, Springdale, Warren, Bridgewater, Martinsville, Liberty Corner, Pluckerman, Lamington, Bedminster, Far Hills, Bernards, Sterling, Long Hill, Gillette, Berkeley Heights, New Providence, Westfield, and back to Garwood. For those of you who have already watched my metric centuries, those towns might sound familiar. That's because today's route, although I thought it was going to be an entirely new route, it turned out to be the metric century route with a shortcut. So there was one town that I didn't go through. There was a chunk of the ride that was just cut off, and instead of making a left turn on Lamington Road, I made a right turn on Lamington Road. Next week's ride is going to be relatively flat. Next week's ride is going to be the 5-borough bike tour, and that's in New York City. That, by its name, you can tell it goes through all 5 boroughs. Well, that's all for now. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Well, that was fun and a great ride. Once again, the Garmin Connect software had me turning onto a private driveway. This time, again, I chose not to take that turn, and so the route was a little bit shorter than what was mapped out, but it was still over 53 miles, so I'm happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week, be sure to check back. I'm going to be posting video from the 5-borough bike tour in New York City. Until next time, stay safe out there.